There are so many questions that we can ask ourselves when preparing or planning meals. Do I have enough protein? Do I have enough carbohydrates? Is this going to taste good and be satisfying? Is this going to keep me full and energized? Is it going to give me brain fog or give me sharper focus? With so much information out there about nutrition and wellness and about what you should eat, it can be so overwhelming to keep up with it all and truly understand what you should have on your plate at each meal to really nourish yourself well, and also to give your body what it needs to function properly, optimally, and feel your best. So keep watching this video because I'm gonna share my super simple system for making sure that you have everything you need on your plate at every meal so you feel satiated, energized, you're ready to tackle your day, sharp focused, and you feel great. So give me a like on this if you're excited to learn this super simple system. I'm Mikkel Kawinga, registered dietitian, founder of Nutrition Stripped, and creator of the Method membership, and I'm so excited to have you here. I help you eat more plant-based whole foods on a daily basis in an easy, mindful, and enjoyable way. I'm really excited to share my simple checkbox system that I have been using for almost a decade as a registered dietitian with thousands of my clients and Method members. And I want to share this with you because it's going to help you feel so much more confident and at ease when you go to make a meal or you're dining out, knowing that you have a well-balanced plate with a quick checkbox system. So this is my system and I call it the Foundational 5. It's the 5 elements that you need whenever you are creating or you're building a meal from home or out and about to really ensure that you're getting a mix of macronutrients that you need and also make it feel really exciting and delicious and enjoy the process. And what I love most about this system is that it can be used for any type of meal. Nourish bowls, soup, salads, stir fries, smoothies, yogurt bowls, you name it. And it also works. It takes seconds to see if you have these things on your plate or not, and you know instantly if you need to add another component or another element for a really balanced meal. You'll also learn the health benefits, why these foods work synergistically, and also you'll be able to learn and assess when you need to work with a registered dietitian to make any little tweaks or changes for this system for your unique body. Now, after you watch this video, I want you to download my free guide where I share all of these components in depth with you and examples and really simple recipes with simple ingredients with a step-by-step process for putting it all together as a Foundational 5 Nourish meal so that you have something tangible and you can use it as a reference with you anytime that you need it to put it into practice. So now let's go into each of my 5 elements as the Foundational 5. So protein is the first element in my Foundational 5 formula. This is a very vital, important macronutrient to have in each of our meals for quite a few reasons. So from helping to ensure that you feel really nice and full after your meals, for muscle and tissue synthesis, as well as immune health and support, and various additional functions. It's safe to say, again, protein is vital. So it's important that we have it at each meal. And research shows that eating protein at every meal, especially breakfast, can actually reduce the hunger hormone ghrelin and promote satiety, which means fullness. Now, depending on your particular preference, your protein choices may include all plant-based protein, it may include animal-based protein, or a mix of both. So here are some examples of proteins. It can include beans, legumes, tempeh, tofu, seitan, quinoa, nuts, seeds, grass-fed beef, eggs, seafood, poultry, and more. Now, if you want more details on plant-based proteins in particular, after you watch this video, go to my YouTube channel and search for, or my website, and search for the 10 plant-based proteins, and you'll find another really great educational video that goes into more detail about plant-based proteins in particular, and also how to use those options. Now, when you're shopping for animal-based proteins, I have a few recommendations here. You want to look for labels with organic, 100% grass-fed, wild-caught, sustainable, or humanely raised to really make sure that you're supporting those farmers that are carrying out those practices. Now, if you're chatting with the butcher at the counter, ask them about the sourcing, and they'll share the specifics of what you're looking for so that you can get the best quality and you know how that food was raised. Next up in the Foundational 5 is fat, and for the most most part, we're referring to healthy fats, such as those that come from whole food sources. So of course, there are some exceptions to this overarching statement, but in a nutshell, we're looking from food sources of fats. And fats can come from both plant-based and animal-based sources. So for example, we have extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, olives, avocados, nuts, seeds, nut butters, coconut oil, salmon, tuna, egg yolks, beef, sardines. So in a meal, fat is exceptionally important for satiety or our fullness. So yes, protein plays a part in this as well, but healthy fat also plays the leading role in slowing down the rate that we digest food, which helps keep us fuller longer. So it's such a great component. Now, omega-3s, for example, are found in fatty fish and also some plant-based sources. This has been shown to help improve cardiovascular health, support brain health. It's also key for proper nutrient absorption. So remember, certain vitamins like vitamin A, D, E, K are all fat soluble, meaning that they need a fat source in order to be properly and best absorbed in our body. So adequate fat intake is even more important for organ insulation as well as cellular and hormonal health. So it's really important to have that in the foundational 5. The next element is starchy carbohydrates. So starchy carbohydrates are exactly what you picture when you think of carbohydrates, most likely. So this is the category of carbohydrates that provide you with that energy, that preferred fuel source that our body wants. And it's so important to include these at each and every meal. So starchy carbohydrates are the body's primary source of energy, like I just mentioned. Our brain, our muscle tissue, and our cells all utilize carbohydrates for fuel and for energy, like quick energy, just in different amounts and also in different ratios. So for this category of carbohydrates, I want you to think of things like potatoes, quinoa, rice, bread, peas, pasta, beans, corn, and I also would lump fruit there. Now these have great amounts of vitamins, minerals, energy, fiber, which is so important for our overall gut health, energy, heart health, hormonal health, and also hunger. Now, beans, for example, contain carbohydrates and fiber and a little bit of plant-based protein. Now, the fiber found in beans, for example, and many whole food carbohydrates is soluble fiber. Soluble fiber is great. It feeds the friendly bacteria in our gut, which supports a healthy digestive tract, healthy gut microbiota balance, and it also may reduce neuropeptide Y levels, which is a hunger-stimulating hormone produced by our nervous system. And it can increase due to stress in our lives, which is really common. It can increase during fasting, food restriction, and yo-yo dieting. So one thing to keep in mind, especially with this element, is using whole foods as much as possible rather than processed starchy carbohydrates. Okay, next we have non-starchy carbohydrates. So this is kind of the opposite end, or these are the other end that don't necessarily provide a substantial amount of energy. These carbohydrates are better known for their fiber, their prebiotics, their antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. So fiber, like I mentioned, is so important to any diet. It balances cholesterol levels in the blood, it regulates our bowel movements, it regulates our blood sugar levels throughout the day, regulates your satiety or your fullness levels, lowers risk of certain types of cancer, reduces risk of diabetes, and it aids in digestion overall. It is important. So when you hear non-starchy carbohydrates, I just want you to really quickly think of greens and vegetables. These are your dark leafy greens like arugula, kale, romaine, spinach, as well as all of your other veggies like Brussels sprouts, tomatoes, cucumbers, bell peppers, carrots, and so many more. Now, these plants should really make up the bulk of your plate or your bowl or your smoothie. The more, the better. Their fiber and water content keep you nice and full. They provide your body with all of these essential nutrients that you need to support a healthy body and healthy digestion. So last but certainly not least, we have the flavor factor. This is my fun part. So your flavor factor may be a sauce, mustard, herbs, seasonings, spices, whatever you enjoy cooking or prepping your food with to boost that flavor and also like give it a little bit more nutrition. So herbs and spices make food taste great, but they're also packed full of antioxidants and phytonutrients that really help you glow and feel great from the inside out. So now you know these 5 elements: protein, healthy fats, starchy carbohydrates, non-starchy carbohydrates, and the flavor factor. Pretty simple, right? So do you think you could use this at your next meal? Eating in this way ensures that you're fueling your physical body with a variety of these macronutrients to support your overall health. Of course, with any nutrition advice, I want you to keep in mind that everyone is different, everyone is unique. And if you have specific goals or you have a health condition or health concerns, you may need to adjust this foundational 5 system so that it's unique for your body. Now, of course, you can always work with my team who are registered dietitians and wellness coaches who can really support you in making this work for your unique body and your needs. If so, just give me a yes below for the accountability, and also be sure to tag me on Instagram with a snap of your latest Nourish meal using the foundational 5 so that I can see you putting this into practice. Now, if you want even more support around foundational 5 Nourish meals, including a list of ingredients and a step-by-step process that I recommend my clients and method members use, or even a simple recipe that you can make a Nourish meal thrown together in 15 minutes, then grab my free guide linked around this video. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications when I share new videos like this every single week. Also, check out the videos I have linked here that I think you're gonna really like. I hope you have a beautiful day, and remember, health is a daily practice.